McClunky!
McClunky!
Welcome, everybody, to the Legend of Vox Machina, episodes 1 to 6 discussion. I'm joined by the Lost Chef, aka AJ, and McBye, aka a name we will not say.
Hello, hello, hello.
McBye's first appearance on, Actually, I guess, did we do, like, a gaming stream with you at any point, or...?
We did. But this is like the first official discussion stream that I've been planned to appear in, to say the least.
I'm gonna say her real name. You got it, guys?
No, don't dare say it.
Arazog.
Jesus.
Arazog the Destroyer.
No, how can
In
you
all the
do this
recordings,
to
it just
me?
gets, like, warbled. I can't even understand it.
Please.
But yeah, we just last night we watched the first 6 episodes of Legends of Vox Machina, the Critical Role show. That since we're all like huge D&D fans and Critical Role fans in general, we were like, let's get behind the microphone and talk about the show, since we all probably have some things to say about it.
I hated it.
It was terrible, worst show of all time.
Yeah.
10 out of 10 would watch again.
Yeah, I think let's just start off with a basic question. Who's your favorite character from Vox Machina?
Oh,
From Vox Machina?
Yeah, especially coming out of like these episodes, I'd say.
Oh.
Grog, maybe? I know yours is Pike, right, Sam?
I like Pike a lot. Yeah, like Pike in these episodes was really sweet and really like the heart of the team. I feel.
Yeah.
I really like her.
Mm-hmm. I'm on the fence. I love them all.
You gotta pick one. You gotta pick one. Gun to your
My
head,
favorite
Bob.
one is Tiberius.
No, I think
I don't know who that is.
just
He's played by Orion, but was left after like 20 sessions.
yeah. We don't talk about that. we as Critical Role fans, none of us talk about that.
See, like it shows here the tier of like all of our experience in this fandom, because I don't know anything what they're talking about, and then Bai's like whipping out the extreme knowledge over here. I have no idea about this stuff.
I mean, I guess yeah.
Did it end badly? Is that why?
I just because I don't want to dig up old problems.
Yeah.
But there were some things that he did that the cast did not agree with. And so that kind of led to just him leaving. And so again, we don't talk about him. We don't even mention his name.
What? I'm so confused. Like, what are we even alluding to right now?
Sam, if you have to, if you have the time and you really want to know, just look into it.
Are we
yourself.
saying like that there was like a person that was canceled in the thing, or like are we saying that like Liam had a character that just didn't work out? Is that what we're saying?
His name is Orion Akaba. If you want to look it up.
Why do I? Okay, I'm looking it up right now. You guys
Why do we not talk about blah blah blah?
On the other hand, in regards to favorite characters, I have to say, I love Percy, but I think I'm leaning towards Keyleth more. Like, I love her. She has my entire heart.
Yeah, I'm not a big. This is gonna be so like Marisha's characters. I usually am not a huge fan of. I mean, actually, I guess that's not really true because I like Laudna a lot, but. These first 2 characters, I remember being like, I'm not really gonna get like their vibe, and this show, like, I totally get Keyleth, like, I totally get like that character and that like the secondary heart of the team with Pike as well, where like she's kind of the one that has like these doubts and the very like I know she's not human, but like the very like human fears of like going into these encounters and stuff like that, whereas everyone else is like, we're just doing it because we're badasses, right? She actually goes
and
into
also
it
want money.
is scared, you know. By the way, why do we not talk about? And then Bruno comes up. So like, what was it again?
We don't talk about Bruno.
Why do we?
I think we should just leave it there.
O'Brien or something like that.
Orion.
Orion.
1 second.
Orion
feel-
Akaba was
I-
part of the original cast of Critical Role, but left the show. And due to his actions following the departure, he's no longer welcome to participate in fan-run critic communities. What the hell happened?
Look. How about after the stream,
There's
I'll
fireworks going off.
lay it all out for you.
I guess. Jesus. Yeah. Anyway, back onto the show.
Yeah, back onto the actual topic of this stream. Well, more of so.
I'd say my favorite characters were Pike, and I mean, always going to be Grog or something like that. But I was surprised at how much I liked Percy. Like, I didn't think I would like Percy's vibe that much, but seeing like his backstory and like what formed this character into this, I'm like, oh, okay, I totally get it now. As someone who had no idea why he was like this,
Oh yes.
I love it.
Yeah.
So much angst, so much heartbreak. I love it to pieces.
You know who I don't like that I didn't think I'd have this feeling for? Vex. Don't like Vex at all.
Yeah.
Vex is kind of a dickhead, and I don't like it.
I mean,
I'm more of a
Yeah,
Vax.
I feel like when it comes to Vex, I feel like there very much was a decision to like make her really standoffish.
Yeah.
And so Laura does a fucking brilliant job at like playing into that.
And she's obviously very, not controlling is the word, but possessive is what I would say. Yeah, like the fact that
Oh,
like
yeah.
every time
Almost like
Vax,
weirdly.
yeah, like Vax is like always whenever he like is having interactions with Keyleth, like it's like immediately
like,
getting a bitch face from her.
Gives me like Scarlet Witch, Quicksilver vibes.
Totally, yeah. Like they have like a
Now
really
that you
good
say
bond.
it.
I like their dynamic too, for sure. Like their sibling dynamic, but
Mm-hmm.
I don't know.
Yeah, because the twins are very much due to their whole backstory. They very much had only each other and relied heavily on each other. So
Mhm.
I think I mentioned this when we were watching it to you, but as Vax and Keyleth slowly like become a couple, Vex is very insecure about it because she's worried that she will lose like the connection that she has with Vax.
And
Fair enough.
not to like jump forward in that aspect, but like because since we all know about where this plot kind of goes, right? Like that's the thing.
Oh yeah.
How does that work in the narrative when Vex and Percy are a thing? Like at that point, does she not care about that anymore? Or are they all fine? Or does she still have some of those feelings?
She comes around. She comes around and she's like, she comes to accept that Keyleth and Vax are a couple. And she and Percival get along very well.
Having
Clearly.
multiple children, apparently.
What?
Yes,
Really?
very. Yeah.
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 Oh my god, I'm so excited. Honestly, as a
You,
shipper,
I need to.
One
I
of
need
them's
to
a
show you
tiefling.
the family portrait. There is
Yeah.
a family portrait in my heart.
One of them's a tiefling because they made
They
a deal with
are.
the devil.
oh wow, holy crap. I'm a huge shipper in things. Like, I remember in Game of Thrones Season 7 when Dany and Jon had their first conversation, and it was like, it was them talking about how they wanted to kill each other, pretty much. But I was there sitting the whole time going, oh, they go fuck.
Oh yeah.
And I know that they're related, but I still was like, I guess I ship it, because, like, this is Game of Thrones. I don't know what we're doing anymore. The show started with a brother and sister banging, and I was like, oh my god! And now it's like, I don't even care. Whatever, it happens.
That's
in the show.
that's the least of my worries right now.
Like, oh, they're aunt and nephew? Whatever.
At least it's like distantly related.
At least they don't know about it either.
I'm kind of glad I never watched Game of Thrones.
Yeah, there's a good bit of incest. But anyway, let's get started. We got a lot to get through.
We do. We have 6 episodes to get through, an hour and a half of content.
Well, the reality is, I think with these streams, though, guys, is that, like, we're pretty much just going to be... I don't think we're going to be going through as much as we're just going to be talking about general notes about these episodes, right? Like, arcs
Yeah.
and whatnot, which...
So the dragon.
Yeah.
the dragon arc.
Let's
The
talk
dragon.
about the dragon.
the dragon.
The David Tennant, which I didn't even notice until AJ pointed out. That was incredible.
I noticed it as soon as he started talking. I'm like, that's fucking David Tennant.
I thought he was going to be a little bit more prominent, but then, yeah, since he was, like, the evil dragon baddie, I was like, oh, shit, man. Let's go. And even the elf, the drow guy or whatever, if that's what that was, like, even him, that guy was, I can't remember that comedian's name right now, but he's the guy from Arrested Development. So, like, there's like a bunch of people in this goddamn show.
There's a lot of people.
I remember.
They really, like...
They had a lot of fucking money for the show.
I thought going into the show that they were straight up going to have Matt play every NPC. Like, I actually thought that.
He does play a lot of NPCs, though.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, but not gonna lie, I was kind of hoping that would be the case.
Like, to me, that would be so funny.
Yeah, it just really screams D&D.
Yeah, like, this is what this is, deal with it. Like, you just gotta understand. Because he does play a few characters, right? Like,
he plays a fair few. He also plays Silas.
That's what, yeah, because he plays Silas, which I noticed that immediately. Like, he has a very prominent, like, voice with that. And then, did he play, who else was it that I noticed?
He played a bunch of background characters and Matthew Mercer in it.
Yeah, but, like, I thought there was another person, wasn't there? Like, another, like, prominent person that, like, had his voice. Maybe I'm just, like... maybe I'm just thinking of it.
He played like that like when they go to that village that the dragon attacked, like the house owner guy, the dad.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Like a lot of background characters and also himself, because there's one reoccurring character that looks a lot like Matt Mercer and is always voiced by Matt Mercer.
I'm sorry, I'm sticking with the fan theory that it's just a whole lot of siblings that look exactly the same, sound exactly the same, are just known as
because they all have different percent.
Whoever came up with that, thank you very much. I can't remember your username at this very moment, but thank you.
It's because like they all have different professions and shit too.
There are just some nice D&D-isms in the show like that, too. Like, that's such a thing right there, where as people play D&D, they just are such self-aware things. Like, that's what I really like about the show, too, is it just is like a love letter to D&D, for the most part.
I like how they don't hold back on, like, the gore or the vulgarity or anything.
Yeah, like, they just acknowledge that, like, yeah, D&D is gonna be probably pretty violent, because you do
pretty violent. There's gonna be people eating out, other people.
There are people who are trying to romance everybody, trying to bang people. Like, it's just gonna happen.
There's Scanlan literally banging a girl at the beginning.
You're all literally just saying Scanlan.
Yeah, pretty much. Scanlan is also a great character. I haven't said anything about Scanlan.
They're all really great. Man, I love them all.
Scanlan is hilarious.
Scanlan is always on that teetering of, God, I love this character. God, I hate this character for me.
Even moments... Like, something that screams D&D to me is in the first episode when, like, they come back to the family and they're all, like, they've been destroyed by the dragon. And it's just such, like, a moment where you're like, yeah, that's the DM branch being like, you're gonna fucking kill this dragon because you've got it now at this point.
Oh, yeah.
Like, screams D&D.
And especially, like, taking the moment where Vax had given the kid the silver, using that specifically to drive them into continuing it. Beautiful.
Wow. And then
love it.
Tossing that like in the next episode when they destroy the dragon's lair and just leaving that actually was such a good moment.
Yes.
Like I felt such a connection on that front. I was like, that's beautiful.
The other thing too is in that dragon horde, I think we pointed it out as well. I really like how, I think we all did, but when the dragon was using its lightning, how, I don't remember which character it happened to, but dragging out the gold and the gold getting the electricity like conducted amongst it and then hitting them.
Yeah, that was like that also felt super D&D to me. Like, I don't remember, I haven't watched this campaign or anything like that, so I don't know like how that encounter actually went. But I'd like to imagine, and I'd like to implement going forward things like that, where like, yeah, like if this dragon shooting lightning, it hits you on this metal thing, it does like double damage or something like that. Like that just makes sense. It's super cool.
Oh yeah.
Feels like a game aspect right there, which is like if we ever got lucky enough to make a D&D show for our campaigns, or things like that is something you'd see thrown in there, like a game moment like that.
Yeah.
I would love that.
Yeah, honestly, like those first two episodes, that set me on like a different expectation of the show itself, because I thought we were going to be jumping arcs super quickly, like every 2 episodes or so. So like once we deal with the dragon in that second episode, and then I think immediately, like at the end of that episode, probably they tease.
Yeah, right.
They tease the
Yeah.
Briarwoods.
Yeah.
Yo, that might be my favorite part. I love them a lot. Like,
Oh yeah.
like they're really
They are.
cool as bad guys. Just like what they do, how they've been presented. Like, oh, okay. Also, little thing that I gotta point out because it's so beautifully done that you can do this in a show like this, and not in D&D can you do this. So, the show does this to a great effect, showing you the moments that you just don't see in your party, like that group of people coming in to the Briarwoods estate or whatever, and being like, "Oh, we're here to have like a tour or some shit." When in reality, those people were getting killed and hung and made to look like made to look like Vox Machina. That was such a good moment too, like, like because you don't see those moments in D&D. So like the show can expand the world in that way is absolutely incredible.
It really is.
Yeah, same with like Ashley leaving, like the show at some points for her show,
Yeah.
and then
'cause
but, like
I think,
so they filled that in with like Pike leaving and doing some things on her own.
yeah, I'm really glad that because like when the campaign was streaming, you didn't get to ever like know what was happening on Ashley's end. So like you would just you just had the main group and then just know Pike. So you wouldn't know what was happening during that period. And it's pretty much the same thing as with like campaign 2 with the Mighty Nine, where Ashley was still having to leave. And so Yasha would disappear for a while.
One time she disappeared. It was traumatic as hell.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Holy crap. I don't even watch that campaign and I know about that and it hurts.
I know.
But yeah, like, so being able to develop that is it's so enriching in that moment because like it makes something that was kind of inconvenient in the actual campaign an actual story element.
Mm-hmm. It really does.
Yeah.
Gotta say, I don't know what the sword's called. One of the coolest swords ever. I love it. The idea of when you cut somebody.
Oh, yes, that sword.
The blood sword.
Is it just called the blood sword?
No, it does have a name. Fuck. The one time my memory fails me.
It was. I love the idea of that though. Like where this blade gets like bigger and stronger, like the more blood it has. Like
I was gonna say blood maledict, but that's for the blood hunter.
No, I think.
But that whole encounter too, in general, like, because I like that it showed you just go from assisting the king with this dragon problem.
Raven Edge.
Raven
Yeah,
Edge?
Craven Edge.
Craven.
Oh, Craven Edge. Okay.
It's a sentient, thick onyx two-headed greatsword.
Ooh.
It's a beast.
Yeah, it's such a. I love that idea. Like, that is the coolest sword I've ever seen. I would immediately see that. I think when we were watching, I said if I saw someone use that sword in D&D, I would immediately be like, I have to kill them and take that sword because
You did say that.
I need that.
Meanwhile, I
It's
said
so
I would
cool.
run.
No,
Well, apparently Grog gets it.
really?
God damn it, AJ! I was wanting to keep that secret.
Oh, sorry.
Well, hey man, I might forget. Who knows? I might
Maybe.
lose all of my memory of that mention.
The Whitestone, like the time in Whitestone isn't till like later in the campaign.
I mean,
It's
no,
not from the
really.
beginning. It's like episode 36 apparently.
Yeah, it's like episode. I said this with Sam last night. It was like episode 36 through to episode 45.
Yeah.
So like they've gotten a bit into the campaign, but it's like it's not too late in.
But like, so like in the campaign, what actually transpired in that time frame before then?
Honestly, I can't answer
Not
that.
a lot. Yeah.
They had been partying with he shall not be named for a while. I believe his character then got killed off, and also during that time they had first met Gilmore, and like started shopping at his establishment and like taking up the occasional small quests.
Oh, that was the other character, by the way. Is Gilmore not voiced by Matt?
No.
Oh, okay.
No.
I thought it was Matt. Okay, yeah. So like that's fine. I was just wondering about like really the pacing of how they're gonna deal with this with the whole campaign, right? Where it's like I think we established it was 120 episodes or something like that.
114.
114. So like, if they're already at like the 40th episode in the arcs, like I think that this show could only be like a 3-season show. In all honesty, and like.
Yeah, but then they're gonna go to the Mighty Nine.
Yeah, I would agree. I think that that's the best route to take.
Do.
I think honestly, like if you don't right now, it's kind of a tragedy. In all honesty, and then by the time that show's done, campaign 3 will probably be wrapped up. So like, let's get that show done.
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
It really depends on how the interest is and how much they can continue this like momentum. I'd say.
Yeah.
Like, cause
no, it very much does.
I don't want to be that guy, but I'd say like a lot of D&D's success right now is attributed to the fact that like it's accessible because of streams like this, like Critical Role itself. So it's really about how long that Steam itself is gonna go.
Yeah.
So I believe in D&D going for so long. So
yeah.
Because I feel like we'd had a discussion in regards to D&D, which was that, like, what was it? In like a post-apocalyptic world, people could still play D&D.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, like you don't need these rule books or anything like that. You literally could just play like in a post-apocalyptic society, exactly like.
I think that's called being a psychopath.
Hey Kaz, this is weird being on the other side.
How do you think I feel?
Just running around, pretending you're like a paladin, killing people like in real life, thinking it's just D&D in the post-apocalypse.
Yeah.
Dude, what a Chad.
I'm trying to think of other like actors that were in the show because at the end,
Stephanie Beatrice. We got Carrie Payton.
Carrie Payton, who's that one again?
King Uriel. Carrie Payton also. Let's see some other stuff.
Didn't he also play?
He plays a couple people.
He also plays an NPC in campaign 2.
Yeah, isn't he the guy with the blind guy?
He plays Shikasta.
Like that character is actually hilarious in what I've seen.
He plays Cyborg as
him.
well, and Ezekiel in Walking Dead.
Oh, I didn't know that.
He's Ezekiel?
Yeah.
Holy crap!
He also plays Black Samson in Invincible, Cyborg in Teen Titans.
I can't remember who that is for some reason. Oh, now I do. Now I do. Okay. Black Samson. There we go. Yeah, also that was the thing. I straight up thought that this was animated by Invincible for like the whole time, but like...
Nope.
I can see that it is different-ish, yeah, but... I think it's also just that a lot of these shows like kind of look samey-ish nowadays, but I'm not saying that as a negative, but...
I mean, yeah, I think...
Yourself.
I sit on that path where they've probably just had like animators cross over who have worked from Invincible and are now working on Legends of Vox Machina.
Yeah, that's probably true. Like as someone who went into like animation school, like they always talk about how you're going to be jumping from place to place and you should never settle down in a location.
Oh yeah.
Which was immediately a big thing where I was like, well, I'd like to have a home. I don't know.
No.
I'm sorry, guys.
Listen here, Sam. No.
I don't want to move to Ontario for like 2 months and then move back to fucking Vancouver in that time frame. That just sounds like ass.
It does. I'm not gonna lie.
Then you're not gonna be an animator.
Well, then I'll just be an online animator.
There we go.
There's no money in that. You can't do it.
You're kind of not wrong.
It's Twisty Thursday with us swap. I think Matt Mercer cameoed in Vox Machina. Yeah.
Oh yeah, it is on
times.
Matt is there every episode.
He literally has his own character every episode pop up.
He got pissed on in the first episode.
That was you also see Scanlan's balls.
Yeah, that was a shock. Yeah, the amount of the amount of sex shit that happens where like specifically when he's having sex
Scanlan.
When he's having sex with her and then like the monster comes out of her shoulder, I'm like, what is happening? We didn't get an answer.
No,
yeah, what was
we
the
never will.
What the hell was the bartender? She's like a cow lady that can transform.
I'm actually not sure. I've seen some people speculate that she's not a tiefling, that she's a changeling. I'm not sure. She might. Yeah. My thought was that she might have been a shifter, but I don't really know that race very well.
Yeah.
Okay, so
Or
now
she's just a minotaur that can like disguise herself as a human when required.
you bringing that up reminded me for some reason of you guys saying something at one point. Like, remember when all those people were brought in and you guys were like, "What? That chick's Laudna?"
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah!
There's a theory that the one girl's that like was supposed to be Vax is Laudna, because Laudna's backstory is she was like found in a body of dead, like she was brought back to life in a body of dead people, and that's why like that's her race, is she's Undying, I think is what they're called.
Mm-hmm. That is the current theory that's going around.
That's insane. If that's true,
I know.
If it's true. If it's true.
I don't even know like how you would like wordle that into like the narrative in a proper way, but man, that would be cool.
Honestly,
We need to
I
get the
feel.
lyrics in.
I think Mercer has his ways.
And then we're gonna get 10 seasons. We're gonna get 100 seasons of this shit. And it's gonna be every campaign they do from here on out.
Oh god.
I'm in. I'll have you know right now, I'm in.
Yeah.
I am all considering how
The next
deep
is
I
gonna
am
be
in
the
the
Mighty
pit, I'm
Nine,
always
and then they're
in.
gonna fight. They're gonna fight the Vox Machina, and then the new crew. I don't know if the new team has a name yet.
I don't. Actually, I'm not sure. I don't think they've chosen a name yet. I will fact check that though.
The Skullfuckers.
Imagine.
I don't think they'll allow that.
I mean, they probably wouldn't, considering Vox Machina's name is technically their second name, since when they were still playing at home, they had a name that kind of I think Geek and Soldry considered wasn't very appropriate. So
Wait,
they
what were
ended
they?
up having to change it to not Legend, but had to change it to Vox Machina.
Geek and Sultry?
I think so, yeah. I think that's what it was.
Huh.
Are you saying Geek and Sundry, or are we just saying that wrong?
Oh no, Geek and Sundry, the company that they were originally streaming under.
It was Geek
Yeah.
and Sultry? Now I'm
Hold on,
confused at what you're saying.
I don't know, man. I don't know,
Hold on.
man. But oh.
Yeah, Geek and Sundry.
Yeah, there's no name for
That was the
Campaign
company.
3 Adventuring Party. Yeah, Geek and Sundry was the company they originally were on. Now they're on their own.
Yeah.
Gotcha. I thought we were just mixing up the Sultry thing because I was confused there.
Oh no.
But yeah, back to the show.
Yeah, back to the show.
Trying to think of other moments, really. Like the fucking. I mean, the Briarwoods, like, because whenever you introduce like a horror aspect like that, I think the show did it like really, really well. Like every time, even like the giants showed up and like the other characters, like fuck.
Oh, Ferns and Wildfire.
The undead stone giants. I fucking love them and how horrifying they are.
Yeah, like when they were like just. I don't even remember what it was the first time, but like they just subtly showed up. And I don't know if it was someone trying to get into that like rebellion meeting or whatever.
It was.
But yeah, and like the silhouette of the giant just moved by, and I was already like, "What the fuck is going on here?"
Mm-hmm.
And then just the roof is ripped off, and people's heads are getting popped.
And just like bodies being imploded upon pressure.
That's
Ooh.
what we also need to. Yeah,
I see.
We mentioned that a little bit earlier, but the violence in the show is something else, man. Like. That scene where, like, the shadow monsters were, like, pulling the dude into the wall was horrific.
Oh my god.
I loved every second of it. That kind of thing.
Can I just mention, I love the fact, I think, because that happened in episode 4, episode 5. I love the fact that while that is all happening, Trinket is fine. He was just vibing.
Yeah, everyone's like taking care of Trinket, even the like enemies.
I was so scared that
God checked on him. Like, what's wrong, buddy? There's
What's
nothing
wrong,
to be said
friend?
about gets dragged up and killed.
that's another D&Dism right there too, though. I gotta say, where it's like you, as the DM, you're like killing off all these like characters like that, but the thing that's like actually in like in the courtyard that like also could have been killed, you're like, I didn't even think about that shit.
Yeah.
My bad. My bad. Trinket would have probably been attacked too. Oops.
Probably.
We'll just say it didn't happen. Retcon that.
Yep.
Don't want Trinket to die. Does Trinket die?
Yeah, of course he does.
Yeah.
I'm just kidding.
No.
I don't actually know. I don't.
I think I can't remember if he does die at one point. Is just brought back. I think, but there's been a couple times where he's almost died. Very, very close.
You don't. I mean, if you're not playing D&D right, if your pet hasn't come close to death.
Yep.
Or has died.
Yeah, really. Another, I don't remember what her name is, but the Billy and Mandy voice actress playing the Lady Briarwood.
I think you mean Azula.
Diana.
It's fucking sorry that I don't watch Last Airbender, bro.
Well, it's just, better.
Then Grim Adventures of Billy and Mandy? I don't think so,
Yeah.
man. I don't think so. How many episodes of that have you even seen? You don't even sound like you care about that show.
I watched it when I was younger. I just,
No, not Diana. Delilah. Sorry.
Delilah.
I already know about things that'll happen with these characters is the thing.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I also had a clip last night that spoiled a fucking hefty bit.
Oh.
Why are you watching clips? What the fuck is
What do you
wrong
mean,
with you,
why
bro?
am I watching clips, bro? I have been
Sam,
watching
you-
clips for my entire
Fucking idiot.
time frame before this where I'm like, I see a clip of Percy and Vex's wedding, and I'm like, oh, I'm gonna watch this. And then it's like, oh, this is telling me very much about what's happened.
Mm-hmm.
Like, ooh. That's actually something you were saying too, by it. So, like, with these one-shot things that they did separately, they're gonna throw those in, right?
I would imagine they would, especially because, like, we have a whole thing where Grog goes missing due to having, like, pulled one of the cards from the deck of cards. Not
Deck of many things.
Yeah, deck of many things. He pulls a card from that deck, and he just goes missing.
Like, midway through the campaign, or when did this happen?
I can't quite remember.
That's what the search for Grog is all about?
Yeah.
When does that happen?
Again, it's been a while. I think. Hold on. Allow me to fact check this. Okay, search for Grog.
Episode 42, apparently.
Yeah, and it's a special. So it's like kind of still in the Briarwoods arc.
What? Like, are we
Yeah.
gonna see that soon then? Like,
I don't know. I
Are they gonna have
genuinely-
they're gonna have a whole second season of them searching for Grog?
Oh my! I would love that, but I think they have to keep it a bit short.
Yeah. Just a whole episode.
Yeah.
yeah, like, call
So,
the
like, that's
episode, like, Search for Grog, and, like, leave it at that point.
Yeah, because I think that's what I was saying last night with you, Sam, that if they were to do the one-shots, they'd kind of have to keep it down to, like, 1 or 2 episodes.
Bro,
What?
based on the fucking fan art of Grog, the show Grog looks like a fucking baby.
I know! He's such a baby boy!
I just think that in general with the show, and, like, with D&D in general, you can kind of do that in the long term. Like, you play for 4 hours, and out of all of that, you can probably get, like, a little bit of TV content in reality, because a lot of it is just monotony and the tedious shit that you don't really need to see in TV. So I would imagine that this show, like I said, like, I think 3 seasons probably, and that might be underselling it, but I don't know. Like, I think
A billion seasons.
like,
2 billion seasons.
Oh, God.
you guys think that the season's gonna end with the Briarwood stuff done, and then we move on to
Probably.
something else next season, or is it gonna
It-
like end before the season is done, and then we move on to something else?
Probably.
think-
They might even finish in the next 3 episodes. They're gonna come
That's
out.
what I'm saying. Yeah, like, I feel like it has the potential to do that, and then set up another thing for
Yeah,
the next.
I I'm personally thinking that the Briarwoods arc will go until the season ends. Because I feel like there's a lot they need to work through.
Mm-hmm.
So, I don't know, yeah, it's going to take a while for them to get through it.
Well, and then at that point, like, does that then suggest that this is Percy's season, and then each character would get one, or are there characters that aren't even really like
every
explorable?
character for every season?
I mean,
like Grog isn't really explorable, right? I think that's what.
Yeah, Grog. I don't think Grog is. Grog. I don't remember. I think
Grog
Grog's
was
entire
sort of
arc
just
is
a
basically
guy.
just getting a beard. Not gonna lie.
Well, Grog's development can happen alongside other characters. Like, that's the good thing about that kind of guy, is that
he's sort of just a musclehead.
Yeah, he can literally just be
backstory.
around. He can literally just be around and slightly develop with the other characters as they're developing. So
he certainly doesn't have as much backstory as his second character,
Ford.
Ford.
Yeah, Ford is honestly one of my favorite characters. I think that's why I started to love Travis so much. And and now in campaign 3, I'm like, Travis, you're playing characters that I don't know if I'm really that keen on.
He's playing a
Like
gnome, Chetney Pockaboo.
Oh, actually, wait, I take that back because Chetney did something that I actually am very fucking keen on. So never mind.
What Chetney do?
I don't want to spoil it for you, man.
Don't spoil it for AJ.
Do you want to know?
Yeah, I don't care.
You don't care? He became he's a werewolf.
Cool, man.
Yeah, it's fucking dope. But
he's a blood hunter of lycanthropy.
He's like a tiny little werewolf, though.
Just this tiny little guy running around.
It's a gnome
werewolf.
Oh,
he's cute. What's his name?
So, I think that's cool.
The fan art for Chetney is very much two ends. You either have full-on werewolf, just a little short, or basically little chihuahua.
I love that. I would definitely draw it like a little chihuahua.
Yeah.
Like, because, like, there's no way that I'm thinking a gnome is turning into a scary werewolf. Like, you were just becoming a cute little dog, dude.
Mm-hmm.
He's just a little bit bigger. That's adorable.
He's just a little guy.
Like, I just imagined him being like one of those little very shaky like chihuahuas that just stands still and shakes a lot.
What was your guys' favorite moment in the 6 episodes that we watched?
When Grog kills the blue dragon.
That is a good moment.
Yeah, the I would like to rage there was so fucking good.
Mm-hmm. I don't know, because I can't just pick one.
You gotta pick one,
There's so many good moments.
No,
like, with the whole... With Keela finally...
The door is mine, that's what I was picking.
The fucking doors.
The fucking door where it literally is taking him like 40 hours just to like go like to get it open. They're like, all right, dude, like the guard is gonna open the door, and that's how
he's
you're
gonna throw some piss on you.
Hey, Critical Role just started streaming.
Nice.
Oh, sweet.
If you guys are enjoying this, you can go watch them after.
Yeah, I think if I really like the dinner scene. Like, where Percy is, like, trying to organize the party to make them be all civilized and, like, have actual manners for the, like, in prep. Like, just try and prepare them in order to attend this high-class party, only for it all to fucking be thrown out the window the moment he sees the Briarwoods.
Yeah, I love that.
He fucking loses shit.
It's like, it's him, like, telling everyone, like, you gotta up your game, and then he's the one to fuck it up. Like, I loved that.
Mm-hmm.
I love, like, that's the thing, right? Because when you're playing D&D, these moments come and go so quickly, but we were able to actually, like, sit on them and establish them as moments in this, and that's just so exciting to me.
Oh yeah, because like I'd imagine the other thing too is that during the actual like filming of that session, you would have like Taliesin wouldn't be actively stating like the way that Percy is acting. He is, if you've seen Critical Role and specifically how Taliesin plays out his characters, he very much goes for motion. And, like, he embodies that character.
Yeah.
So like if you go back and watch that dinner scene, which I think is, I don't know which episode, I can't remember. But if you watch it, you will see him like probably just death staring at Matt the entire time, or like just being really, really mad.
I love that kind of shit, dude. I love that D&D is able to like bring that kind of stuff out for people.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Like I'm not much of an actor myself, but I feel like D&D definitely brings out like the most improv-y and like actor chops that we all have and stuff like that.
Oh yeah.
Because you're just experiencing something from another person's perspective at such a different level.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Like, and I will agree, like, of the few Critical Role sessions I actually have watched, like, Talison's, like, commitment to the character is astounding. Even in the more laid-back character that I don't remember what his name is. What's the new character?
The new character's Ashton.
Ashton.
Butcher?
Yeah. Like,
Yeah.
Ashton's,
I
like,
think...
fuck it attitude is insane. Like, and then
Oh, yeah.
Caduceus, even more so, being laid back as hell. Like,
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I love Caduceus. He's just
Deuces.
it just plants.
but Ashton is like, whoa. Like, and I love
Yeah.
it. Because, like, I just love that we're going to see something crazy from Taliesin every time.
Mm-hmm.
Like, he's always got such a cool characters that have such, like, a interesting backstory always going on. Like, even, I don't really know 100% what's going on with Caduceus. I know that, like, he's the guardian of the grove and his family went out and got Medusa, didn't they, or some shit?
Yeah. They got petrified and turned into statues. And then they had to face a Gorgon.
So that's already inherently cool. I love the shit out of that.
Mm-hmm.
Who's the next... I don't want to be that guy, but who's, like, the next character that they're going to do? Like, what is the next arc?
The next arc?
Like, what character are we going to explore the backstory of?
Oh god. I'm not actually sure. I feel it could... Hold on. I'm gonna fact check this, because why not?
Resident fact checker, McBuy.
It's my duty. I think.
Oh my god, and also just a little thing. Since this is literally at the ending of the fucking episode, the fact that Percy's sister is alive still, it blew my mind. Like,
yeah.
Oh god, that kind of thing in these stories is so cool. Like that hypes me up. Also, just looked at that art you sent me, AJ. I don't know if I like that. Don't know if I'm keen on that one.
Do I want to know the art you're looking at?
It's just the he sent me the art of Percy and Vex's like family.
Oh yeah.
And it's like alright, but it's like so creepily real that I don't like it.
Yeah. I think the other thing too is that it's been put into their I think it's also in the Tal'Dorei setting book that they've got on pre-order. Like I think it's just like a updated version of it. I can't quite remember.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, here you go. So, technically, Briar arc, after that one, it will be an arc called the Chroma Conclave.
The what?
I'll read you the synopsis. A sovereign... I already forgot how to pronounce his name. Uriel Tal'Dorei II announces his
abdication.
Abdication. 4 dragons calling themselves the Chroma Conclave attack the city of Imon. After saving whom they can, resettling them in Whitestone, the members of Vox Machina rally their allies to kill the dragons and take back their home, and gather the power of the vestiges of the divergence.
Well,
and
that
I will
seems
say
like
only
a,
that.
that seems like a
Vestiges
little
of
bit of
democracy.
that seems like a little bit of time to develop like Vex or something like that. Is that possible? Like, cause she's like the one that knows about dragons and shit like that.
I think so.
Like, I'm more so just asking like whose arc is next. Like, who are we seeing after Percy more so?
Bread.
Like, pardon?
Bread.
I think it's very much the twins.
Yeah, probably the twins, honestly.
And when does Pike like return? Like, will she be back by the end of the season, or is she gonna be back like?
I want to say that she will be back by the end of the arc.
Yeah, because I missed her.
I
I
want
missed her
to
part of
say
the
that.
group. Like Grog, like crying that she was gone and crying
I
because
know.
he's not worried for her. He's worried for them without her. And I'm like, that's
Yeah.
that's so sweet.
That warms my heart.
Grog is so sweet. Like, cause like yeah, like as like an outsider, you'd be like, oh, it's just like a dumb like brute, and like that's it. But he's like so sweet and nice and
Such a cutie pie.
such a sweetheart.
Can I want to point out also the fact that most of the party calls Pike Pickle.
Yes,
like
That is so cute.
I absolutely adored that.
Yeah.
Just all their little nicknames. I can't remember everybody's, but
Like Santo.
yeah, not to bring us back to Book of Boba Fett, but yeah, that was a cute little nickname. Santo. Yeah, I don't know. There's just like a lot of good characters. Like, it just excites me a lot that this is being made, and that we're finally seeing like a huge celebration of D&D in this way. Like, I can only hope that the movie coming out is gonna have like even a fraction of the care and love that this has.
Yeah.
Like people getting stuck on doors that they shouldn't be, and so
Yeah, exactly. Like that's I think that should be the huge consistent.
Mm-hmm.
Like there better be 5 minutes spent in the D&D movie on a door, because it's just like it's super relatable to people who played the game. They're like, yeah, I remember how many times.
But what
I've
it's
been caught
probably
on
gonna
an
be
door.
is a super serious, story that has nothing to do with that.
It's gonna be generic fantasy movie, million and one.
Yeah, really.
Like, and then they're gonna be like D&D, and I'll be like, okay, cool, but like nothing screams D&D about it other than that it's a fantasy setting. Like, so you could have done way more with that.
Mm-hmm.
Like, certain things should show up. Like, I don't want to be that guy, but if you're gonna make a D&D thing, I don't, and they're probably not gonna have this in this show either, but I think in the movie I'd like there to be like a beholder or something like that.
Yeah.
Like
No,
something D&D.
Yeah, I will say they're definitely there is little chance that there will be a beholder in this show specifically.
Yeah, and I'm not like faulting it on this because like it's all about like with Critical Role. I'm fine with it
But
being its
what
own
about
setting.
a disintegration ray?
I'm fine with it being in its own like setting like that, but the D&D movie, that one I'd be like throw in a beholder, like throw in something that fans are like that's that thing.
Hell
Throw
yeah.
in a disintegrate.
This is Disintegrate. It's kind of like that in the gelatinous cube, I'd say, is like a thing where I'm like, put that in there, like that'll be a thing that everyone's like, yeah, it's that thing.
Definitely agreed.
I'm trying to think of other things.
Like a wyvern.
Throw in I mean, you gotta throw a dragon in, obviously. Like, if there's no dragon in the Dungeons and Dragons movie.
And a dungeon. They need a dungeon and a dragon.
Actually, if I'm being honest, I think it'd be really fitting if in the Dungeons and Dragons movie there just wasn't a dragon.
Or a dungeon.
Honestly, yeah.
It's a
Like,
political drama.
It's one of those things that, like, even though it's in the name, like, I very rarely in my time frame have actually experienced it. Like, the dungeons, yes, but, like, the dragons, no.
Yeah, no, I can't.
It's just a fantasy themed political drama. I think would be the best use.
Mm-hmm.
You think that's what the movie's gonna be?
Oh yeah, for sure.
I want it to be funnier. Like, I just think it needs to be way less serious than they're probably gonna go for.
Mm-hmm.
The murder hobos are murdered.
Yeah, like, acknowledging that in
Murder
this show, even, like, dude, that's hilarious. Put that into the movie. Like,
Yeah.
they won't, though. It'll be like, they won't even acknowledge. It'll be like the World of Warcraft movie, in all honesty, where, like,
Yeah,
It's
that's
something-
exactly what I'm trying to say.
it's something where, like, that should have been a lot more, like, lighthearted. They went way too, like, serious with it. Like, they're like, take this seriously, please. If you don't, you're dumb. Okay.
It's World
And
of
that's where they
Warcraft,
falter.
a
Yeah.
20-year-old game.
Because in order to have a good movie, you do have to be able to poke fun at your own like product.
Absolutely, especially if the product is D&D. Like it's
Fucking directors that are too serious about their movies are so dumb.
that's the thing. Like with the Monster Hunter movie, like they had the Palicos in there or whatever, but like if the rest of the movie just isn't fun and like doesn't have that same vibe, then that is just gonna come off as weird. So it's not
hate
gonna.
the Monster Hunter movie, dude. It sucked.
We could turn any D&D discussion that's talking about the movie and like this show probably into a discussion of how to properly handle those sort of things.
Yeah.
Honestly, yeah.
Because it's
Monster Hunter was done so poorly.
It's just disappointing because I loved all of the episodes of the show. I don't think I had a problem with any single one. Like I never thought this is bad.
Mm-hmm.
And it just shows that these things that have these goofy plot lines can be made into like a cohesive.
I think they're like serious
digestible
plot lines.
storyline.
It's just the characters are goofy.
Well, yeah, like in a way, yeah. Sometimes the plot lines probably can be goofy too, but the characters definitely in D&D, like that's the thing. Also, like that would be super thematic around D&D is the fact that the campaign does not match the characters sometimes.
Mm-hmm.
Like that these characters are sometimes allowed to be really goofy, and there's terrifying shit going on in the background.
Yeah.
Is there anything else that you guys, any other moments from the show, from episodes 1 to 6 that you want to talk about?
Oh,
I think
generally.
I do want to say that I did like the scene that when Vax has dispersed away from the party while at like the dinner thing, in order to distract the guards, that he uses his snake belt.
Oh yeah.
I like that. And then just the whole encounter between him and Silas.
Yeah, like when he was trapped in the room and stuff, like...
He's gonna become a vampire. Oh, the whole fight with like those shadow creatures.
Yes.
Where were you when we had that discussion?
I was probably getting mail. my roommate came in and gave me my mail. But like the fights in this are fucking amazing.
Mm-hmm.
The fights and the brutality are just like our next level, and I'm all there for it. Like, wait, okay, so you just said that. Is he going to become a vampire? Because he did mention that. Like,
No, he's fine.
I think
he's fine?
Vax stated, well, sort of stated in the show, he still's got as long as he's got his reflection, he's fine.
But, like, I don't know, like...
I'm pretty sure he doesn't.
In, like, vampire lore, it's that, like, you have to, like, drink their blood, too, right? Like, they have to give you...
I think it is. I
don't know how it works in D&D vampires, but...
Like, I don't know either.
All I've seen always is that they, like, bite the shit out of you, and then they, like, cut open their wrist, and then make you drink it or some shit, so...
Yeah.
So at that moment, I was already... I was like, oh shit, are they changing it? Is this guy gonna become a vampire and fuck up all these other people?
No.
I thought he was under their will.
When Vex was, like, possessed with those shadow creatures, it was like, good lord, she's dead.
Because like everyone got popped for a second. Like that was horrifying.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Like I don't even know what that was. Like what was that supposed to be coming out of them?
Just I don't
black
even know.
Goo, obviously.
Just black goo coming out of your body. Like you just have black goo in
probably like necrotic blood or something.
Mm-hmm.
Just coming out of your eyes. Like I just don't like the idea of anything shooting out of my eyeballs.
Yeah.
How about lasers, Sam?
That's a little cool. But I always think of that being too hot.
Yeah, but you're resistant to it, you know.
Am I though?
It doesn't
like,
bother you.
I guess if I'm like that already. What if you
not
weren't? What if you weren't, dude?
Cyclops' blasts are not hot. They have bludgeoning damage.
Cyclops is the worst. Because he just straight up like can't
join
open
us
his eyes.
next week for our X-Men rant.
Yeah. Don't even turn this into a rant, because this could very well turn into a rant any second.
Anyway, so your theory on Blackbeard.
No.
Don't you dare do this to me.
Your ideas on
How
100
about-
horse-sized ducks.
How about I steer this conversation away from that and
from duck-sized
ask
horses.
Sam for what is your hypothesis regarding what
Hypothesis?
Percy and what seems to be going on every time he puts on that mask?
I
Bro,
don't,
I don't even know that.
dude. What is going on with that? He's like possessed
What
by
do you
a
mean?
Oh wait, okay, wait. Now that you're saying this, now things might be clicking. Has that deal with the devil already been made? Is that what that is?
Maybe.
Oh ho ho ho! There we go.
Would you like me to tell you?
No, don't tell me. Don't tell me. I'll slowly get it revealed for me in the next few episodes, hopefully.
Yeah, it will definitely be cleared up this season.
Oh yeah, when Percy like started going ham on that one guy, I can't even remember what his name was.
The
Like,
kid and his
That was fucking dark,
shooting
dude.
his hand off.
yeah, like holy crap.
Yeah, he boys out for vengeance.
Yeah, and then like how he unloaded on that one guy. I can't remember what his name was. But, like,
Steinfeld.
yeah, and he, like, oh god, Percy actually might be up there in my favorite characters just because of how
That's
like
what I mean.
They're all really cool, man. Like, yeah, I can't really choose one.
so far I'm definitely piking it. That's what I would say.
Mhm.
That's disgusting.
Before I watched this, and like some of the animatics that I'd watched never really showed this. I didn't even really know that Pike was like a gnome or a dwarf or whatever she is.
What would you think she was?
Never mind.
I just thought she was a human. Like in all the animatics, she just looks like a dude, and I thought Grog was just really tall.
Ah.
Like specifically in the one that I remember for when she's teaching Grog how to like how to
Oh,
spell.
how to read,
Oh, how to read,
spell,
yeah.
and count.
Yeah, and they're just sitting down, so I was like, oh yeah, she's just a tiny little person. But yeah, she's straight up just a little gnome. I love it.
Yeah.
She's a little gnome.
She's so cute.
And then her and Scanlan have a baby.
I'm waiting to see how that makes sense.
Well, Scanlan keeps on seducing her, or tries to.
And it just works eventually?
I guess.
See, like
That
the
just
thing
goes to show that's a valuable lesson you guys should know. If she says no, that's just a yes waiting to happen.
Oh god.
God damn it.
AJ, no controversial opinions,
Disclaimer, please do not take anything that AJ
Disclaimer:
says
that is
seriously.
that's not true. Do not listen to me. That is
McClunky
she
Squadron
says-
does not hold the views of the Lost Chef.
Yes.
Oh fuck, who were we just talking about right before that?
pickle.
Pike.
Yeah, like I love her. She is super. I think Ashley just has a really good knack for making characters that I like.
She does.
Yeah, Ashley is great.
Brian, you're a lucky man.
He sure
I
is.
almost called this the Legend of Vox Machina is what I called this.
If Brian was around, I certainly would be with Ashley. No doubt about it. Yep, absolutely.
You'd have a clear shot at her. Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, absolutely. She would absolutely go for me,
You're
man.
right in her range. Actually, how old is she? This is a weird question to ask on like the show, but how old
She's
is she?
like 30 something,
30?
isn't she?
I'm looking it up. Don't worry.
Look it up. Check back.
She
Fact check.
is
She's
38 years old.
38?
She is?
Whoa! Ashley! You look
Ashley,
amazing!
hot mama.
Ashley, you look like you're fucking 19, dude.
I love
You're
Ashley.
looking great.
Holy shit! Like,
I would not have guessed
I
38.
would never have guessed 38. I would have maybe said 30. Wow!
I know. Holy shit.
Is she the,
Wow.
Is she the youngest though? Like,
I don't even know.
at that point, I'm thinking she might not be. Like,
Hold up. How old is Laura then?
how old is Brian W. Foster?
Laura's 40?
Laura's 40 and she just had a baby now. Wow. Impressive.
I'm looking up Brian W. Foster critical role age. How old is this fucking guy?
Travis is also 40.
He's 39? What is going on right now, dude?
How old is Matt? Matt is 39.
Is 39.
So that leaves Liam and
Liam is definitely
Sam.
40. Liam is
Oh
definitely.
yeah, no,
Dad
Liam's
is
45.
45.
Oh
Sam
my
is also 45.
god. Okay, all of that makes sense. The one that shocks me is sorry, not Laura. Is Ashley. Holy shit!
No, so
But she's also the
actually
youngest.
Marisha's
True.
so far the youngest at 32. and Taliesin is 45.
Damn, Sam. I mean, Matt.
Damn,
Matt
Sam. Oh my god.
Hot damn. That...
You're all doing great. You're all doing absolutely stunning. You all look way younger than I would say you are.
They are looking fantastic. How do they do it?
It's almost like they're millionaires. Actually,
they don't
that's
have
not true. They're not.
They don't have
millionaires.
stressful jobs, and they do what they love.
Damn,
That's the secret.
That probably helps. Yeah. So, do you guys got anything else you'd want to say about the 6 episodes, or?
Yeah, I want Matt's hair.
I was just thinking that earlier this morning. I'm not gonna lie, dude. I literally, I was watching a Vox Machina clip, and I was looking at his hair specifically, and I just was
Even
like,
him with a beard. Good lord.
especially with a beard. What do you mean? Yeah, like I love.
He looks like gruff with that with the beard.
Petition to make a GoFundMe in order to have, I don't know how.
Can I surgically-
Matt's hair.
Can I surgically implant Matt's hair onto my head? I need it, man. I'm receding.
If you can get McClunky Squadron to 1,000 followers, we're gonna surgically remove Matt versus hair and put it on AJ.
Oh damn! Yeah. No. Yeah. 1,000 followers.
1,000 followers, and we're gonna call up Matt Mercer and be like, "Look, dude, we got
Quote
1,000
it.
followers. Like,
Quote us. You'll quote us right now. Send it to Matt Mercer if you need to.
he'll be like, I
God.
guess the McClunky
And
Squadron
it's
said it."
streaming.
We'll pay him all the money in my pocket at the time.
Yeah, actually, once you're done here, go into the chat of Critical Role and ask for his hair, please. So,
They don't look at that chat, bro.
I was gonna say, like, there's no way they're looking at that because, like, subscribe. It's like impossible.
It's just a subscribe. Can I have your hair, please? Subscribe, please. I just really
And they're like, and
hair,
that is why we do not
subscribe.
look at the chat.
Yeah.
Oh, Matt.
that
What can we
and, like,
say,
just
Matt? You got good
people
hair.
being real loyal.
You got good hair, Matt.
Matt, it's not even just his hair, it's just Matt in general.
He's a good-looking Matt.
He's a good looking Matt. He's the best looking Matt I've ever seen.
Panic, folks.
That's why we have Nick By here.
I am here for the panicking of bisexuality.
Panic at the bisexual disco.
Oh my god.
Oh, there was a 3D animated barrel that at one point was very funny to me. Like,
I love
3D
that
animated
3D
horses.
animated.
oh, don't even bring up the horse thing. Oh.
They didn't want to 2D animate the horses, man!
I don't
I don't
care
wanna
that
draw
they.
that shit.
Look, they don't need to fucking 2D animate the horses. I'm just saying.
I don't see your issue with the horses, Sam.
I don't have.
You just need to chill out, man.
I don't have an issue with the horse.
Are you sure?
Then why are you having this be such a thing?
You brought it up.
I don't know what you're getting angry about, bro.
Because I'm just saying, like, because Bai said at the very beginning, she's like, the only reason they didn't want to fucking, they put them on that stupid plane thing or whatever, is because they didn't want to animate the horses. And I'm like, okay, don't show, like, just do the torso shots of the people and have the horse head, like, bob in out of the camera every once in a while. You don't even have to do the whole thing. You don't even have to do the whole thing. I just am saying that part is dumb. I don't care, but it's dumb.
I kind of, Sam, honestly, you should try and animate a horse sometime.
Look, I'm not saying they had the horse.
Damn.
They had
I don't
the
know
horse
why
rig.
you're. I don't
They
know
had
why
a
you're
fucking
making such a
animated
big
horse.
deal.
No, I know what
It's
you
a
mean. I'm
3D
just also
animated
saying
horse.
you should
They
do
had the
it.
horses. What do you tell? Like, yeah.
Yes, Sam,
that's
you're
like-
just
I'm
causing
saying-
a lot of problems here.
You guys are bringing it up. I would have totally went off and not even mentioned this, but now that you brought it up, of course I look like the bad guy because
I don't honestly know why we're arguing. What the hell are we
reaction.
arguing about?
I'm not even arguing.
Well, it sound
You're coming
every
at me,
time.
man.
Every time we say something about it, you always get so defensive for nothing.
That's because you're coming at me for saying that the horse thing should have been.
Yeah, like even in the episode, you like brought up the horses. I don't know what.
You brought it up.
I didn't bring it up. I didn't,
Okay,
don't
then
give a shit. You
somebody-
said they're 3D animated, and then
I have lit
I
the
just
fire.
went off.
Yeah,
I
Bai
don't
was
know.
the one that brought this up because Bai said that they didn't animate the horses because of the plane thing.
Yeah. Oh, imagine having to 2D animate the characters onto the horses, though.
That's what
As well.
it could have been. Okay, everyone, go
Yeah,
back to.
2D animating something on 3D. That's
Oh my god, it's almost as if they did that in 1994 with the fucking Mortal Kombat thing. Or
And
whatever.
how good did that look, Sam?
It would look better in 2022. I'm sure it would be amazing. Like, okay, we gotta
Would it
acknowledge
though?
here.
I don't think it would.
We gotta acknowledge here right now. I'll say this: my biggest criticism of the show, and obviously it's nothing that I care about, but like anytime 3D animation is used in the show, it does not look that great. I will just fully say that.
It does feel a little oddly implemented.
Like the dragon, I avidly was like, yeah, it's gross.
Yeah,
I didn't mind it.
I don't mind it. It's like I said.
There's a
it's
lot
not
of shows that are like do it way worse, where they have like
for sure.
are heavy on 3D animation. I'm like, I don't know.
Well, they're
I
heavy on like
wanted-
the 2D mixed with 3D thing, and I'm always like, ugh, like.
Yeah.
Oh, but even in saying that, there has been, like, I don't know how many. The only one coming to my mind is Beastars, but that one did a really good job at like mixing 2D and 3D
Anime's been doing
together.
that a lot. Anime in general has been doing that a lot.
Yeah.
Where they're implementing 3D animation.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I did One Piece start doing that?
Mm,
Yes,
not-
yes, they did. Yes, because the ship stuff. The ship, they do that a lot, where the 3D animated ship is on the sea on the 2D bullshit. Oh, fuck me. I'm having war flashbacks for things I don't like. Yeah, they do that sometimes in One Piece. I don't like it. So.
Mm-hmm.
They do it in Attack on Titan for the Titans.
Of course.
Really?
Yeah.
Huh. That sounds weird. I don't know if I'd like that, because whenever I've seen that show, they're... Like, are you saying that that's in, like, the newer
In the
stuff?
newer season, they made the Titans. Specifically, I think the Titan Shifters 3D animated.
Didn't they make a live-action Attack on Titan movie, or
They
They
did.
did.
They
Yeah.
did.
did they look
They
good in
did.
that? Like, did the Titans look good?
I don't know. I didn't see
I
it.
don't know.
No one saw anything from it. I saw a car commercial one time with Titans in it, and they were pretty terrifying in that car commercial. I'm not gonna lie.
My complaint
Oh, yeah.
about that stuff was, Attack on Titan is supposed to be European, but they have like Asian actors, which is fine. But like then like Asian live action anime movies have like American actors, you know.
Yeah,
That's
I don't know.
They always
They
also
fuck
did
it
that
up.
with like the Full Metal Alchemist live action. That's also European, but they had Asian actors in it. It's always backwards. It's like, come on, man.
It's like, just do the... I don't know. Like, just do what looks
You were
right.
doing it right. You almost got it.
I like the idea with the One Piece one that they're gonna, like,
The
cast
One
a
Piece
bunch
one
of
is-
people with, like, from different ethnicities because of the relations.
Because of what Oda said.
Like, I think that's cool.
Oda was like, hey, these guys would be from this place if they were in real life. So then they cast people from those places.
Well, and I'm going back to, like, the Full Metal Alchemist one. Like, yeah, like, that one just looks European as fuck, so...
Yeah,
I
it's
don't know.
based in Germany.
That's what yeah, for sure.
Anyway. Anyone, anything else?
I don't know. The only things I can keep thinking of saying is that the animation, like the 2D aspects of the animation was really good, especially with like just with the gore.
Yeah.
Absolutely, yeah. Like,
Oh, and also with the what that chase scene where one of the werewolf sort of beasts, like undead werewolf beast thing.
Sticks
Grab
his
Scanlan and
tentacle
they're
in
just-
Scanlan.
I wasn't
Scanlan
gonna
likes it?
say that.
They
God
stick the
damn
tentacle
it.
inside of Scanlan, and Scanlan likes that shit.
yeah, when that happened, I was
kinky.
like, really? I'm fine
Yeah,
with
it's
it, but I'm like,
Scanlan.
damn it.
It's Scanlan.
Yeah, those
But
things
no,
look
I-
okay. I don't know.
I
don't mind it. You know, I've seen a lot
worse.
worse 3D animation, so I was like, this is good. This is all right.
For sure. But I definitely think it's worth bringing up as like the
Grog
most,
putting his hand in the booty.
it's
Yeah.
worth bringing up the most negative point like that because it is such a good show that like the most negative thing is a very minor nitpick.
Look, my hand is in the booty.
I love Grog. And the fact that he goes fucking mad over there being no ale in the rebel
I'm gonna
like
fucking murder
hideout.
everyone.
And no, when they were making the plan, how what was it like the way that they just drew up the characters
Oh
for that?
yeah, that was so cute.
It was.
Wait, what?
When they like were doing their plan to like raid the
Oh yeah,
estate, and everyone
Yeah.
had their different styled like character, and I was like, oh, it is so cute. Grog's like, I'll just go in and kill everybody.
We're just going to.
Like,
Like, what
But what
about?
about character?
Oh yeah,
What was his
welcome
name?
to.
Archie. Yeah, welcome to. I like
Just-
Keyleth. Just Keyleth's attempt of like, we'll befriend all the animals and we'll use them to help us. And then Scanlan with just, I've got these potions and hopefully they'll
You know what
turn
they
me
do?
into-
They're gonna turn me into a god.
Yeah. And Percy just stating that actually I don't mind Scanlan's plan. Be interesting to see how it
I
goes.
just want to see what happens.
Just to see how it would fail spectacularly.
Exactly.
I, for one, am excited to see where the show's going. I mean, like you guys pretty much already know,
Mm-hmm.
I'm very in the dark, but I am stoked for more of the
Yeah,
show.
even saying that we know where it's going, I'm intrigued as to how like what things they'll keep in and what things they'll like have to cut out. Because like it's 12 episodes and there will be things that I feel they have to cut out just like for time's sake.
Oh, absolutely. I think like we were saying, like that's the benefit of like the TV show taking to D&D. Like you get to rip out all the crap that really didn't matter, like the things that slowed the session down. You're like, thank God, get that out of there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I'm very intrigued as to how things will be implemented and play out.
Yeah. You know what I want to know in the campaign?
What?
When the fuck is the Hand of Vecna gonna return?
So that's something that I do know about this campaign is that Vecna shows up, and like, how's that gonna work? Like,
I don't know.
because like, isn't
But,
Vecna like a character like of D&D? Like,
Yeah,
so like, is it gonna
Yeah.
be that Vecna or is it?
he's a lich. I don't know. Maybe.
And
And
the whole,
are they gonna have Joe Manganiello come in?
They better.
I think in regards to the whole Vecna thing, that is very much a season finale. Like if this like
Series finale probably.
yeah. Because if they do end up doing like hopefully they will do the Mighty Nine, but it would be on. I feel it would have to be on under a different title. So
Yeah.
Legend of Vox Machina will finish up with
The
their
Legend of the Mighty
not even
Nine.
5, their 4 arcs, and then we'll get a new show for the Mighty Nine with its own title.
Oh
If
yeah,
we get
absolutely.
one.
Absolutely. I wouldn't expect them to continue it in this one. Like if they did that, I'd be like, well, that's pretty cheap. Like you gotta kind
Yeah,
of
that's a bit odd.
you gotta hype their show up as its own thing at that point. Like it can continue
Yeah.
in, like if you were gonna order it like Amazon, like I would put it in the same like thing with Legends of Vox Machina, but I would just subtitle the different chapters in the watch list area.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think that's probably all we gotta say, unless you guys have anything else.
No, I think I've said all of mine.
I've said everything.
You said your piece.
Yeah.
I've said my piece.
Okay, let me log into McClunky on this so that I can raid somebody.
Sounds
Wait,
good.
Dad.
Should we
Let's
Yeah,
raid
we can
Kaz.
raid Kaz.
should we raid Kaz or should we raid somebody else?
Let's raid
I think
Kaz, man.
All right.
I feel we should raid Kaz. I mean, he's over there doing his Dungeons and Dragons stuff. Late night.
Yeah.
Oh, late night vibes and commissions. Maybe.
So many people are streaming right now. Holy crap!
I know. I'm looking at even mine, and it's kind of insane.
Yeah, it's like I can't keep up with all these people that are streaming. So yeah, let's just raid Kaz.
Hell yeah.
I will put
Let's
that
got
in.
Chiller the Grey,
Yes.
Dretsum.
Thank you all for those who attended this stream, by the way.
Yeah, thank you guys so much for watching. We're gonna raid into Kaz in a hot second. We do not have the message. If someone could get the message in there,
I've forgotten what the
one
message
sec.
is.
it's just
One
like
sec, Dad.
heart McClunky heart.
I got it.
Okay,
Oh, McClinky.
McClinky. Yeah. So thank you guys for watching so much. We'll be back probably in 2 weeks, I'd say.
I want to say so, yeah.
To do the next 6 episodes, because I think this is a 12 season or 12
Oh,
episode.
let's years.
And
Either way.
yeah, so we'll be back next week to talk, or sorry, in 2 weeks to talk about the rest of the episodes of this season. And we'll be back tomorrow to play Terrifying Territories of Roro at 6
yeah.
at 6
And then
p.m.
we're going
PST.
to a bunch of other shows.
God, I can't wait.
That's over.
Hell yeah! Now that Book of Boba Fett's over, we're gonna be doing Cuphead in like the next couple weeks as well. The
Oh,
things have to
yeah.
wrap up, so I gotta almost get out of here very quickly. But
All
we'll,
right,
we'll be seeing you guys soon for all that. Next couple weeks, there is not gonna be as many streams because of Fan Expo. We're gonna be in Vancouver doing that. I'm gonna be uploading to the YouTube channel way more consistently for those 2 weeks, so that we actually have content going during that. So if you guys aren't already subscribed to the YouTube channel, check it out. And we will see you guys in the next one. McClunky!
Goodbye. McClunky!